Live from T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome to a late-night edition of Boston Bruins hockey on NESN. The season start is presented by Fidelity Wealth Management. Tonight, the Bruins kick off a 3-game road swing in the heart of the desert, taking on Jack Eichel and the Vegas Golden Knights. Hello again, everybody. Along with Andy Brickley, I'm Judd Surratt. Thanks for joining us. The Bruins are off to an encouraging 3-1 start. And Brick, David Pastrnak said that's in part due to a change in attitude in the room. He said usually early in the season you've got new players. It takes a while for the group to come together. But this group has bonded, and they're playing hard for one another. And if you're going across an 82-game grind and you're trying to make the playoffs or fancy yourself a playoff team, that is a vital component.
And you hope that that bond gets strengthened on this road trip, no matter what the results in this 3 games. But they came to Vegas early. They had a couple of days of non-game days, and that's an opportunity for that bonding. And now it's about getting back to business. You do want to bank some points on this trip. I don't know what their goal is, but it starts tonight against a very good Vegas team that has started slowly in the first 4 games. So a better start than what they had against the Tampa Bay Lightning.
The Bruins start this season has certainly got the attention of some other teams around the National Hockey League. But the question is this team for real? We're going to know a lot more after this trip. Now peek to Harris. This is his 3rd game this season. Hampus Lindholm skated again today. Took the morning skate full contact. But Marco Sturm had mentioned that at this point he's feeling better. They score! Out in front! Tanner Jeannot got that loose puck, camped out in front of Schmid, and bangs it home. Bruins out to a 1-0 lead.
Well, one thing Boston has done here in the first couple minutes of the hockey game, Judd, is not spend any time in the defensive zone. They've had some quick ups. Yeah, they gave up the 2-on-1 and the good save by Swayman, but they've moved the puck to areas where they have a chance to get it back. Harris just lays his puck down in an area where Jeannot can get to it first. And I love the fact that they use the depth of the offensive zone, anticipate that deep wraparound. That's what Eyssimont does. And now you transfer the puck from one side to the other, and McAvoy anticipates. He hits the net, rebound opportunity. There's Jeannot. After he makes the play on the loose puck, he wins the foot race, he wins the puck battle, and then he goes to the net. Simple hockey, effective, Bruins lead.
Puck sent around, Bruins pinch. It stays in for an instant. And now rocking it over the line. A step getting behind everybody. It's Dorofeev. He scores. Second opportunity against Swayman. This one he buries. We're even at 1.
Well, the pinch is the read down the left wing boards by Harris. And Alvarsson's going to rotate back to be the 3rd forward to protect that area of the ice. But as he's backpedaling, the pass beats him at the blue line. Dorofeev in all alone. Second chance here in the first period. Able to beat Swayman stick side.
Carlson, one of 2 guys remaining from the expansion draft for Vegas. 9 years ago, the other, Braden McNabb. Shea Theodore was on the team, but he was acquired via trade that year from the Anaheim Ducks. Yoki Haru across. They score! Nikita Zadorov with that wrister. There was some traffic out in front. And that one squeaks by Schmid. And the Bruins jump in front 2-1.
Some more of that low to high game, especially from the 4th line, and then pucks to the net and bodies to the net. There was a crowd right at the top of the blue paint. I'm not sure who's going to get credit for this goal. I know Vial was getting there just as the puck was arriving. You had Kastelik there early. I'm not sure who got it. Maybe it was Kastelik. And if he got it, you got to make sure that that is a legal goal and not a high stick tip-in. Wait till they sort it all out. I don't think there's any challenge there. I think it's a good goal. I just don't know who got it.
If it's Zadorov's, it's his first of the season. Vegas dusts it off and sends it deep. Sissons. Hutton shoots. Off his skate to the blue line. Hutton again. Swayman the save. They score! Cole Reinhardt drives that rebound behind Swayman. And we've got a 2-2 hockey game.
It's a pretty good answer by the Knights to make this a 2-2 hockey game, because the Bruins are starting to feel it, taking the lead at 2-1 here in the first period late. But if you watch out by the point, Fraser Minten, he's going to attack the left point man. The shot goes through him. He turns towards the boards, and now the puck goes back to that left point man again, and it leads to a second chance opportunity.
Schmid sets it up back of the net for Theodore with 8. It's drilled in by Eichel. The Bruins pound it ahead, can't get it out. And the horn is going to sound to close out an entertaining opening 20 minutes. Up the wall, it floats into the Vegas end. Now Theodore with it. Into the right corner, looking for Stone. Hit by McAvoy hard in the high slot. They score! This shot from Jack Eichel hit something, and it floated just by Jeremy Swayman. And the Golden Knights have their first lead of the night. It's 3-2.
Well, it's a good break for the Knights, but, you know, they work for it and they earn it. They get the puck in the offensive zone. They find some open space in the high slot. They get some puck luck on the shot by Eichel. Deflected. Up in the air, but it comes down in time to be under the crossbar, over the glove hand of Swayman.
Dorofeev swings the pass to the circle. Scooped up by Harris. We got a penalty here on the Bruins.
Not a time to take a penalty for Boston. They pushed hard to try to get that tying goal. Short order. They had a good look. Geekie had a chance right at the top of the crease on a feed from Lindholm. Lindholm broke in low. Didn't really feel like he had a shot. Took it around the net to set up Geekie.
Number 28, Boston. 2-minute minor penalty for high sticking.
You know, the Bruins scored a couple goals in the first period. It came from the third and fourth lines, and I think you have an idea of how you can score against this team as we take a look at the chance for Geekie on the wrap pass by Lindholm. And then you're going to see the loose stick right there come up high. Certainly no intent there by Lindholm, but it's in a bad spot. He'll go for a high sticking, so just as we talked about the PK, critical.
Vegas brings it right back in. Here's Eichel. That puck staying on his blade. He'll send it back to the net. Stone. Across. Dorofeev shoots off the post. The rebound again. They score. This time this puck trickled in. Another chance for Dorofeev. He has 2 tonight. That one on the power play. And Vegas ups the lead to 4-2.
The kid doesn't even have to touch the puck until it's time to shoot it. And they keep finding him open on that side of the ice, the one-timer side, a left-hand shot, whether it's out by the dot or a little lower. There's the shot. Swayman does a nice job of getting it off the shoulder, off the crossbar. Then it's going to drop into the crease. And the Bruins are able to tap that out. And again, they make that same play, and it's similar in nature that it pops up in the air. And as the Bruins try to slide in and defend, that puck gets forced across the goal line. Referee in a good spot to get a look at it. That hurdle on the net drive. You had the Bruins, Jordan Harris there trying to defend, but that puck works its way across the goal line.
McAvoy up top. Now to Geekie. McAvoy. Pasternak. Sent it out in front. The tip stop by Schmid. Geekie couldn't uncork it the way he wanted to. Pasternak shoots. He scores! David Pasternak whistles one in on the power play. And the Bruins back within 1.
You know, we tried to make a point earlier in the game when Vegas took the lead 3-2. We were talking about the Bruins know what it takes to score goals against this Vegas team, which they did in the first period. But you had a feeling you had to hear from this line. I know this is a power play, but the threesome play on the power play, talking about Lindholm, Geekie, and Pasternak, you had to hear from them tonight if the Bruins were going to get points out of this thing. Then this is a big goal. You hope they had that sense of urgency, knowing how important this power play was, and it looked like it. You know, they tried the quick up to the offensive blue line not once but twice, and then Pastrnak was by himself, and he was battling along the wall, and then the Bruins finally get in there. Retrievals are so critical, and it was Geekie who ended up with the touch back to McAvoy at the point. That allowed possession and control, and then they get into a rhythm, and they get a couple of real good opportunities, and then the second look is Pastrnak, who rips it.
He'll settle it down. Even harder to kill this off in the second period with a long change. Eichel. Hurdle shoots, Swayman the save, rebound. Swayman able to pull it right out of midair and take it away from Carlson.
Two big stops by Swayman in this sequence. The Bruins penalty kill is doing a good job as best they can. You know, triangle, inverted triangle, whatever's required. You're going to give up quality scoring chances. You need a goaltender to bail you out. And Swayman with two big stops in this sequence. 5-on-3, now 5-on-4. But keep in mind, that was 4 minutes of penalties on the high stick to Zacha.
McAvoy across. Centered. Middlestat pulls it back. Pastrnak. The pass never got to him. 2-on-2 the other way. McAvoy back. Stone shoots off the post. They score. William Karlsson, short-handed, played it off the post. And a damaging goal. It's 5-3 Golden Knights.
A pretty good effort by Karlsson to get to this puck off the post. But the mistakes made in the offensive zone. They try to force feed Pastrnak, and then Pastrnak on the back check. He's not sure which angle to take. Should I stay off the right side of Mark Stone? But he tries to jump to the inside, and by doing so, too much separation there. Creates the 2-on-1, creates this quality scoring chance.
Got around Zadorov with 10. Zadorov chasing him, pounds him against the end boards. Hurdle off the skate. Now Hurdle out in front. Never got to Swayman, and it's pushed out as the horn sounds to close out the middle frame. So the Bruins, with their penalty kill, able to keep it in range at 1 goal. They had a chance in the power play, Brick, and they allow a shorty. It's 5-3 Vegas at the end of 2.
We'll see how deflating that goal is when we see the Bruins come out in the third period. What kind of effort, what kind of believability are they going to have that they can get themselves right back in this hockey game?
Mitten able to steal the puck from him. Those two guys played in Toronto together. Karlsson protects out in front. He scores! Karlsson outweighted Swayman. He scored short-handed and now on the power play. 6-3 Vegas.
Well, you have possession of the puck on a steal right by your defensive blue line, and you fail to get it the length of the ice, and you give it right back. I know Vegas has got a lot of good bounces here tonight and take advantage of it, but that's not the reason they're winning the hockey game. That puck's got to get the length of the ice. Mitten unable to do it. The coverage breaks down when Karlsson takes it wide. I'm not sure why they allowed him this lane to the net. Jeannot's with him. I'm not sure how they want to handle that defending. There has to be some kind of release.
Zadorov, he's got one of the 3 for the Bruins. Pastrnak bounced into the corner. Zacha there. Centered out in front. Harris shoots. Schmidt the save. The rebound is available. And Schmidt, doing the snow angel, will cover it up.
Now Bruins keep pressing, trying to get themselves back into this hockey game. The clock's working against them. Harris gets a real good opportunity. Schmidt aggressive, gets out towards the top of the paint when he reads it. Gets just enough of it. Bruins can't get a second opportunity as a result.
Schmidt's only faced 18 shots tonight, but he has come up with some big stops at key times. Kastelik shoots, he scores! Mark Kastelik rifled one by Schmidt, And the Bruins aren't going away. They trail it 6-4.
You know, they talk about offensive zone draws and how important they can be in this hockey game. I know the boys talked about it in between periods. After the first period, what's going on in the offensive zone? Who's winning draws? Who can win defensive zone draws at critical times? Will the Bruins score right off a face-off win? Design play. The wingers switch sides. Paslick, the right-hand shot, lines up on the left hash. Expect to win that draw in a shooting position, and that release is quick, and it's a bullet posted in glove side.
Lohrei fires, blocked. Vegas trying to blow the zone. Lohrei intercepts it. Eyssimont walks it back in. Shoots. He scores! Mikey Eyssimont fires one through the 5-hole. We got a one-goal hockey game again. It's 6-5 Golden Knights.
And your third and fourth lines are keeping you in this hockey game right now, Judd. They had the 2 goals in the first period. They got 2 goals here in the third to stay in this game. And this is a great play right here by Lohrei. He knocks the puck down. No panic. Can I make a play in center ice without just having to throw it back in and give possession back to Vegas? And he makes a play to Eyssimont. We talked about shot volume tonight. You got the backup goaltender in there. You just said, you know, he's made some timely saves, and he has. But he gets beat there from distance and a shot that he should have, and the Bruins have life.
Against Eichel. Zacha goes down. Eichel wins it. Pumped around. Held in by Geekie. Grabbed by Barbashev. We're going to have a penalty here on Geekie for interference. So that'll put Swayman back in net.
Boston, 39, minor penalty interference.
Well, Vegas does enough off the face-off to get possession to lead to the wraparound. Geekie tries to keep it in out at the point. Barbashev able to take that bounce to the inside. Geekie makes enough contact to knock Barbashev down. They call the interference.
So Swayman back in. Faceoff will come back into the Bruins zone. 1:04 remains here in regulation. Schmidt right now looking to improve his record to 3-0 to start the season. The former Devil. Bruins net empty, but they're short-handed, so it's 5-on-5. Lindholm, Zacha, Lohrei, McAvoy, Pasternak. Eichel will take it against Lindholm.
Well, if this puck goes to the board's hash, yeah, there you go. Lohrei was a little too high there. You've got to get possession if it goes in that direction. Oh, now Vegas is finally going to put a player over there.
That's Braden McNabb. An original Golden Knight. Off the draw, they scrum for the puck. Vegas gets it to the corner with 5. Lohrei up top, and Pasternak, he delivered the shot. Fanned on it, bothered by Stone. Stone took exception. Now you got Eichel in Pasternak's face. And the officials trying to separate everybody. This game has gone final tonight. The Bruins start a very difficult trip with a 6-5 regulation loss here at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Brick, the resilience is real, but the Bruins had a hard time outscoring their problems here tonight.
No question about it, and I'll add a little bit of puck luck in favor of Vegas, but again, not the difference in the hockey game. I'm just curious what this does for the Bruins as far as that believability on how they can play, because there was a number of positives in this one, but because of the score, the negatives outweighed the positives.